the one, the only Benzion. Good morning and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube. Iyun with Benzion. Today's daf is Gittin daf lamed hey, number 35. I want to talk about something which is sort of tangential. I mean, not exactly. We started today's Gemara Lamed Daled based in the Mishnah, which basically said that an almana who collects from the next day when her husband dies, she wants to collect her ksuva. She has to take a shvuah that she didn't collect her ksuva in the lifetime of her husband. So the Gemara asks, why do you say by almana? Anyone who collects right? You had a creditor loaned money to the father. The father died. You want to collect your debt from the karkos, right? You can only collect from the karkos, from his real estate. You can collect with the shvuah. Why only almana? Why only almana? Why say an almana? So, tomorrow's almana, it's tzrichale. It's not that chamina mishum china akila rabban on top of lamahim and aleph kamash malan. You might think because of chen. Now, what is chen? Let's read Rashi. Mishum china. Shigehei min hanashim be'inei hanashim linaseh lahem. China means grace, right? If the woman, it was hard for her, right? If we said that an almana has to collect with a shvuah, you might think that almana does not need to take a shvuah. Everyone else needs to take a shvuah. We're worried that the father already paid in his lifetime. An almana, we should be makel to collect her shvuah without a shvuah. Why? Because if she has to go and take a shvuah, she's not going to like taking shvuahs, and therefore she's not going to want to marry men. Or women, before they marry men, are not going to want to marry men, because if this happens, that their husband dies before them, they want to collect the ksuva, they're going to have to take a shvuah. They're not going to want to marry men. Now, this is very problematic, this line in the Gemara, because the Gemara says two other dictums that it says a lot. The Gemara in Misakas Kedushin, other places, says, Tavla Mesav Tandu Mesav Amla. A woman would rather be married than not married. And also the Gemara says, Yoser Sha'ish Roser Lisa and Nashim Roser Linase. Women want to get married more than men. And this is obvious thing in society. You look in the world, women want to get married. Their whole one of the main duties or the main fulfillments in life for a woman is to get married and to have a family. Men, it's a nice thing for them to be married, but that's not their goal in life. Their goal in life is their legacy, what they accomplish, their success. That's what a man really wants, but a woman really wants to build a family, to get married. So what does it mean that we're worried over here the women are not going to want to marry men unless they didn't have to take a shvuah? So, I think the answer is that china does not mean like Rashi. China means the opposite, meaning that men will lose attraction to women. If a woman is forced to go take a shvuah, meaning she have to go to Beis Din and take a shvuah, right? When a woman goes to court, if she's a woman or a lawyer, alpha woman, or even if she's not an alpha woman, she has to go to Beis Din and interact with Beis Din. She has to represent herself, take a shvuah, right? You lose the grace. A woman's grace is femininity. To be a graceful woman is to, accent her feminine side. Men, it's good to be an alpha male. You attract all the females, but a woman who's an alpha female is not attractive to men. Sorry, men don't like that the woman is stronger than them. They don't like that. They want to be stronger than the woman. And when you have a woman who's coming to Beis Din and she's taking shvuahs, they're going to lose grace in the eyes of men. They're going to lose their feminine side. So therefore, you thought because they should have the women want to get married, and the women are going to lose attractiveness in the eyes of the men because they're not going to have grace. They're coming to Beis Din, they're acting as lawyers, they're taking shvuahs. Therefore, we should say maybe she doesn't take a shvuah, so that women shouldn't lose grace in the eyes of the men. Kamash Malan, we enforced it anyway. They're not going to lose that much grace, and it's important that because there's a real concern that she already collected ksuva, so therefore we enforce the shvuah anyway. I think that makes a lot more sense and fits in with the other two memory chazal that show that a woman really wants to get married more than a man, and not the other way around. Hope you enjoyed today's share. See you on the next one.